have in this world, I have in this world, I have in, I have in, I have in this world, I have in, 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 I have in this world. Boss, 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 boss. I have in this world, I have in this world. Boss, boss, boss. I have in this world, I have in this world.
Hey, this is Brian coming to you live from the Ice House, Pasadena, in Pasadena, California, where once, sometimes twice a week, we put on these live shows in one room, and in the other room, we do live stand-up comedy. And one by one, we go on stage, come back, keep it on. It's like a virtual, actually, it's a real green room. And we are joined here, as normal, with some hilarious people. Starting to the right, my partner in crime, Mr. Joe Rogan.
Powerful Brian Reichel, a.k.a. Red Band, Brendon Walsh in the motherfucking house. We got Jayson up in this bitch. Yeah. We got Duncan Trussell holding it down. And we got my road dog, international road dog, Sam Tripoli.
Honor and a privilege.
Keeping it real for the people. Keeping it real for the people.
We're all about keeping it real.
That's what we do.
Just keep it
We don't
real.
know any other way.
I don't know how to not keep it real.
I feel pretty real.
I try to fake it up, but it just doesn't go right.
I can't even do Halloween. I'm so real.
Dude,
that's true.
you're real as fuck.
Real.
Yeah,
Who
man.
do you think's the realest person that ever existed?
Me. Totally me.
Yeah, no Renaissance fair in him.
Totally me.
Can you imagine if you went to the Renaissance fair and you just wanted to be a fucking liar? You really want to lie so bad, but you can't pull it off, so you go to Renaissance fair, and
Just
everybody
to
else
play
just sort of
character?
gets together and pretends to be a character.
Civil War reenactments.
Yeah, what is that all about, man?
That is weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Like, you don't like your life in the time that you live, so you have to reenact some
Romanticize just like an olden times.
What can I do for thou, my lady?
Remember when I said it was gay hunters? That's what they do
Yeah.
for fun, is that they do reenactments.
Gay
Well,
hunters. It's a weird thing.
It's weird that you obviously that wasn't that fun, or else we'd still be doing that, right?
Well,
So
we're still
we
having wars
changed
and
it
shit.
up,
Well, just
but we've got away from like
We like
town
the
gesture.
idea.
We use drones now.
we
I'll
like
tell
the
you-
idea of everybody drinking and eating around a fire and singing songs. I mean, how was that ever even realistic?
It's like they like playing
Yeah.
army. Like when you
Yeah.
were a kid and you liked playing army, those
Yeah.
guys never grew out of that.
Are there any black
They wanna
people
run around
at
in the dirt.
Renaissance festivals?
yes, there's the few weird black girls with nose rings.
Yeah, black nerds. Non-threatening
Yeah.
black people.
There was a lot of older women too. One woman broke character. It was really funny because they were all trying to do the "Wherefore art thou, my lady? What can I do for? Where will I dine this evening?" And she goes, and Harvey won't take his pills. The doctor tells him to take his pills, and so the woman goes, "What are these pills that I speak of?"
Oh God.
Like she totally went blank. Like, bitch, you're not playing the game. The game is we get dressed up like this. I don't want to hear about your fucking husband not taking his pills. We're talking about dragons. We shall roast a dragon in the middle of the field, my good sir.
Roasted dragon. Who's worse, the person that does the Renaissance Fair, the like person that reenacts the things, or the person that goes to the Renaissance Fair just to try to stump them with like, this is a cell phone, like, you know what I mean? The guy that does. There's always that asshole.
Ren Fair hecklers.
Yeah, exactly.
Assholes.
Well, it's a weird thing when there's one area where I watched them. There was not even any audience members. It was just them interacting with each other, and they were putting on this sort of fake meeting in the middle of like this like town square area. And so they had one guy who was faking that he was the mayor, and another guy was faking that he was a nobleman, and he came out, and another guy, and they all like had their own little roles to play, and they were just doing it for their own amusement, acting it out amongst themselves. And
Yeah.
part of it looked fun. But part of it is like, why are you sticking to this all day? Yeah. You can't goof on it at all. You can't turn on it. Come on, you really feel comfortable completely with just pretending to be a shire wench?
I've never been to any of. I've never been anything like that.
No, I've never been either.
We should go.
And do you
I've been to. I've never dressed up though. I've never been in it.
Who chooses your role?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
like,
a good
is there a
question.
draft? Like, okay, you're
Right.
the mayor.
Or what if
Am
someone
I
be a
always
king?
like town whore every time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the village rapist.
Yeah, I'm always getting guillotined like second day, and I gotta
Yeah.
go home.
You're the
you
guy-
can't walk around. You're dead, dude.
Yeah, you're the
You
guy
can't
that walks
walk
around with his hands constantly shackled.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a zoo for crazy people.
Well, it's a weird thing, man. Well, I can understand the being in love with the idea of the festivity of that era. You know, that's what they're thinking. They're thinking, like, look, I'm going to get these crazy clothes and put them on and these nutty robes and everything, and everyone's going to dance around. And it gives you an excuse to break free of your mundane shitbag cubicle existence and just dance around like you're some freak living in a time when you had to be scared of dragons.
Yeah.
You know?
Now that you put it that way, it doesn't sound that bad, Joe.
It doesn't sound that bad
And it's
because
always-
life is more shitty than that for sure.
And it's a lot of nerds, and if you think about it, back then, probably the nerds got killed off, so there probably weren't those like feeble males out there, but those are who like to play it. They like to pretend it's a different.
Oh
time.
yeah, back then Darwinism was at its finest.
Oh,
like
yeah.
you couldn't
Yes.
fucking kill to eat, you just didn't eat.
yeah. Yeah.
Like if you brought a real king from back in time to a Renaissance fair, he would just start raping the chicks.
Oh, yeah.
People's heads
Yeah.
off.
It would just be killing babies in
Left
front of
and
everyone
right.
to leave an impression. You know, show you how to shock the shit out of you, break your will, kill your baby right in front of you. I mean, they did ruthless, horrifying shit back then.
Oh, there was kings. I was watching this thing the other day about like I don't know, History Channel or some bullshit. But there was kings that killed like tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
You know who's bad?
tens
Yeah, there
of
was
thousands just for
serial
whatever
killers,
reason.
man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there was who was the one?
Vlad the
Wasn't there a
Impaler.
woman that was a serial killer as well? God damn it! I wish I remember this fucking story.
Oh,
There was one
the
woman.
woman they
was-
made a. Did they make a movie out of her?
I don't remember, but it was a woman who was notorious for torturing younger, prettier women and killing them.
Oh shit.
But you know the story.
God damn it! I don't remember who it was.
You know the story of Vlad the Impaler, right? Where Dracula came from.
Yeah.
I had
So-
their first album.
That does sound like an awesome fucking album. Like, but this guy, he like one of the stories of how cruel he's like this. He was really in Transylvania. One of the stories of how cruel this guy was is like he was eating dinner with people, but his dinner table in the courtyard surrounding it were people impaled on stakes.
Oh yeah, that's
And they're sitting there fucking eating, and some guy kind of complains because it smells like rotting flesh.
Yeah.
And according to legend, Vlad the Impaler is like, well, let me get you to a place where the air is fresher.
So
and
he's-
has that guy impaled on a fucking...
That sounds like some Kaiser Sose shit.
It's fucked up, man. That's what people are
yeah.
like.
Apparently, like for a long stretch to get to his castle was just lined with like
Impaled.
decapitated heads on like
Here's
giant
the
sticks.
woman I was
I
thinking
wouldn't
about.
last in that.
Vlad
There
Tepes.
really is a woman. I knew I wasn't making it up. Her name is Elizabeth Bathory, and she is known as the most prolific female serial killer in history. The number of murders and even her guilt is debated, but she's nevertheless remembered as the Blood Countess. She may have killed as many as 650 victims.
Now she was a serial killer or like a queen
Serial
that just
killer,
killed
killing
people.
She was
women.
also-
After her husband's death, she and 4 collaborators were accused of torturing and killing hundreds of girls, with one source attributing them to over 650 victims, though the number of which they were convinced was 80. They were convinced of 80, but it could have been as many as 650. Holy
She's-
fucking shit, man.
She was probably great in bed, though. I mean,
She
when
was
you're
a
that
monster.
crazy,
Joe.
you got to be phenomenal.
What year was?
In the
How long
sack.
ago was that?
For sure.
It was 1610.
What
Oh,
was-
okay,
What
once
was her
we're
name
there.
again? What was her name?
Elizabeth Bathory.
There's a death metal band or a black metal band called Bathory. Isn't
There's-
that
yeah, that sounds
Burzum?
familiar.
Hey, when an A has that fucking karate chop over its head, what does that mean? How do you say that? B-A-T-H. Is that Bath? It's not
Bathory,
Bath.
Bath.
It's not Bath because it's not a flat A, right? If it was
Yeah.
a flat line, it would
Yeah.
be Bath to indicate that,
Yeah.
right? So if it's a slanted A, what is that?
Oh, it's slant. I guess
Nice
it's.
name.
Just
I
go
don't
the
know.
opposite of flat. What is that? Bathory.
Anyway, she was Hungarian nobility. She was from a renowned. She was a countess from a renowned family, and she's just fucking killing bitches. What a monster, man! What a terrifying, terrifying monster. Can you imagine if she really did kill 650 pretty girls?
a lot of
Just hunt
people.
them down and torture them, cut them up, and kill them.
We're probably feeling the effects today. All those chicks didn't have more hot chicks.
Yeah.
There's more ugly people in the world because of this chick.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Fucking
and there's
bitch.
Yeah. Jesus.
What
What
are
a
gonna kill
angry.
people? Kill ugly
I'm so
people.
angry.
Jesus, she's so scary. She would bathe in their blood
Oh, that's crazy.
in order to try to retain her youth. Oh my god.
That classic.
Oh
move.
my god,
She must
this
have been
bitch
so
was
fun.
fucking crazy.
Did she kill Dalmatians too?
She constantly smelled like she was on her period.
Oh my god, she smelled like copper. Anytime you're around her, it's just
Like a trash bag full of pennies.
kiss her. It's like kissing pipes. Like sticking your tongue into a copper water pipe.
Yeah, this is uncomfortable.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Right?
Crazy bitch. Killed 650 fucking girls,
That's
man.
work. That's a
That's
lot of
scary.
work. Like if someone said to you, "Hey, man, I need you to kill 650 women today," that would be like a hard.
Well,
day's
it's not
work.
a day.
You
This
can't do it in a
This
day.
cunt did it. She was royalty. She just would tell them, grab her, bring her to me. And she would just kill them and cut them up. And then they would go out and get her more girls. I mean, that's what you can do when you're royalty in the fucking 1500s.
That's like a hobby.
Do you think if
Yeah,
she was
it's
alive
crazy.
today that they would start like a Bathory 2014? Their whole job is to get everybody to know about her and be
Dude,
famous.
There was
yeah.
listen to how crazy this was. There was over 300 witnesses of her doing this shit. She didn't even hide it. She just did it. She figured nobody could do anything about it because she was noble.
How'd she wind up dying?
They brought her to they accused her. They came out and got her. There was some sort of a trial, I guess. Yeah. The descriptions of torture that emerged from the trials are often based on hearsay. The atrocity described most consistently include severe beating, burning, mutilation, and starvation.
How did she die? Like what was the way they killed her?
That's a good question.
I would if that was in a Renaissance Fair, her trial, I would go see that.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
I'd see witch burning reenactments. That could be fun.
Later years.
I want to
of
go
death.
check one of these out.
Wow,
We
this
should
is
go.
scary.
We should go.
Sounds like someone just put something on his bucket list.
Guys, let's
Yeah.
do a podcast from one, huh?
I bet it's gonna
Oh
be.
my
I
god!
bet,
Listen to this.
I bet.
Listen
do a
how crazy
podcast
this
from
is,
there?
man.
Yeah.
Listen how crazy this is. She never even went to jail. They put her under house arrest.
Oh my!
She couldn't leave her fucking castle. And then she remained there for 4 years until she died. How crazy is that? That's for her killing 650 people. They made her stay home.
Stay in a castle.
Do you think any children on her block ever acted up? Because the parents said, "You keep that up,
Yeah.
someone's going into
Yeah,
that
right.
house."
I bet.
Plus,
Could you
it's coming
imagine,
back.
Real life
man?
boogeyman.
Could you imagine if you lived in the shadow of that fucking house and you knew there was some crazy cunt up there that killed 650 fucking pretty girls? And nobody did anything about it. They just let her stay in her castle. And they wouldn't let her leave, but there she is right there. And if she just decided to just run out of there in the middle of the night, ninja style through the woods, and just jump into your window and cut your fucking head off while you're sleeping,
Yeah.
who's going to stop her from doing it?
That says a lot about like the human nature or something. Like
Crazy.
there's a bunch of you and just one of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get her.
Also,
She
People
sneaks
are-
in your room and takes an aorta shower.
Yeah, and you
It's
can't-
hard to
there's
kill
no
one of those
police Back
bitches.
then, you can't call the fucking police back then. There's no phones.
Everybody could just gang up on her though.
Yeah, but they
didn't even have
had
guns.
people whooped. They had people whooped on the idea of nobility, and they
Yeah.
believed in it. They believed in it so strongly themselves that people are just naturally insecure when someone's super confident about something
Yeah.
like that. And back then, nobody knew what the fuck was going on in the world, so they bought into that shit. Apparently, this parts of the world right now that still rock nobility, like Thailand. You can't say anything bad about the king in Thailand. People are imprisoned. Like you could get in real trouble. They love the king in Thailand.
I forget what country Ahmed Ahmed was banned from because he made a comment about how the royalty, the king of that country, it's some Middle Eastern country, had named this one hotel like a 6-star hotel resort, and there's never been a 6-star, but he just made it because he had the power to do it, and they just listened. So he made fun of that. Hey, it's the only 6-star hotel. We all know why, because the king just said it was. People got pissed,
That's a funny joke.
and he can't even fucking. He's not even. He was banned from there for a while.
Wow, they're so sensitive.
I think it's Saudi
That's
Arabia.
so weak.
The funny thing about that story to me is that she was on house arrest back then. Like,
Yeah.
what it was
Her
like
and
it's like
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, it's like
Didn't name
she
anything.
has a rooster tied to her ankle and
Right.
shit.
Well, she
You know what I mean?
probably that was probably the house where she killed all those girls.
Yeah.
You know, and that she only lived 4 years after that. She probably killed a few girls in those 4 years. She probably couldn't help herself.
She would
maybe.
probably go and
Snuck one in there, slave's daughter or something like that.
Yeah.
No one was looking.
She
Just
go-
cut her up real quick. And
she'd like look under the couch to see if she could
Yeah.
find an old finger she forgot laying there.
oh yeah,
Well, I mean,
caress it, caress her mementos, the teeth,
Just to brush her teeth with
teeth
it.
that she's
Did they
the
strip her of her
pickled
money?
clitorises that she has in her medicine cabinet. How many pickled
Like
clits
when
does
you
she
know
have?
you got a
Pickled
little
clay.
weed left, You know
Pickled
it's somewhere in your
clits.
house.
Pickled clits,
I
man.
know I've got a jar of nipples
650
around here.
clits in some sort of an ancient form of formaldehyde.
That's the best visual to me for some
Spit.
reason right now. Just like open their fridge is just a big
Pickled
half-eaten
Clits.
thing
Great
of pickled
band name.
clits. Pickled clits is a great band name.
Pickled clits. Somebody take
Does
it.
it say that they stripped her of all her wealth? Because if she did have money, I bet you she could bribe people to bring her.
Yeah, of
Fresh
course.
young
Yeah,
girls.
I just think back then, man, there was you couldn't really overthrow nobility. It wasn't. There was nothing. There was nothing real going on. You know, it's like this is how it's gonna be. This is what it is. The king, the queen, the noble people are in control, and they're never gonna get arrested. And even if something is really horrible, the worst. Keep her in the house. We're gonna keep her in the house. Keep her in the fucking house.
Yeah.
She killed 650 people, tortured them, cut them up, burned them, mutilated them.
Maybe 650. You're
Even
just
if she
going with
did
the high
10,
number.
I believe
That's
it was
true,
right.
You're not being fair.
You're
not
right.
being fair.
I'm not.
I mean,
Because if she killed at least 80, fuck
80's
her.
still a lot. Yeah.
She might have really done 350, 650,
Yeah.
750. Who the fuck
She's
knows?
probably my first pick in serial killer fantasy league. I'm gonna go with her number one.
She might be the scariest bitch of all time.
Of
Someone needs to
all
make a
time.
movie
How
about
old
her.
was she when she died? Probably like 34. She
I was
probably
gonna say
died of old age.
19. She was 19.
Right? How old did people
Well,
live back then? That's a really
it's got to
good
be
point.
under 40, I'd say.
I would think,
probably
yeah.
right. 1600s, people were fucking dying in their 30s.
Yeah, you were dying of
Old age.
everything. They were susceptible to everything.
Wins.
Yeah.
You
Scary.
get an infection.
Like you
Yeah.
could get a bad case of gas and die back then. Yeah.
We would be like the
Well,
elders.
science was
Beyond
like,
that.
oh, you got a headache? Let me put a hole in your skull to let
Yeah,
the
yeah.
spirits out.
Yeah. Eat these 10 leeches and call me tomorrow.
She was 54
Drain some
years
blood.
old when she died.
That's pretty. It's probably pretty old.
That's
for
old.
back
pretty
then.
old
as
for back
fuck
then.
back
Those
then.
bloodbaths.
That was old as fuck.
So it
This
sounds like
crazy evil cunt. There's your karma, all you hippies. There's your karma. There's real karma. This woman actually lived to be 54 years old. How many little kids died of leukemia? You know, you want to start thinking that the world makes sense? This 54-year-old evil cunt killed 650 people, possibly at least 80. Killed 80 girls. Let's just say 80.
Yeah.
This crazy evil cunt killed 80 girls, and she still lived to be 54.
And 54 back then was equal to like
Amazing.
95.
So
right?
bathing in the blood worked.
That's
did,
what
apparently.
you gotta do.
Yeah, I mean,
her
just-
penalty was lifelong confinement.
By the way, if they found out that bathing
sounds like she got away with murder.
if they
Literally.
found out
Oh,
that
what
if
a
they
scary
scientifically
monster.
showed that bathing in toddler blood could reverse the aging process,
Oh yeah, you'd have to hide your babies.
there
Man.
would be some fucking problems.
It would be,
man.
yeah.
there would be some
Real
baby.
problems.
Well, there would
murders
just be
going on,
baby
man.
farms, underground baby farms.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of Christians are worried about that with the idea behind stem cell research that people were going to profit from abortions, so they were going to encourage abortions,
Yeah.
so they can get fetal tissue.
Yeah.
And Satan is at work here. Satan is at work, and it fucked up. You can get stem cells from like skin tissue.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they can get stem cells from all sorts of different things.
Yeah, but I've always found it odd that there is this there's this a bizarre similarity because like there's an idea that like witches would like rub baby fat on their bodies and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like an odd thing that like there's a modern version of that where it's like if you take the essence of a fetus, then you can actually use that to heal and regenerate yourself.
What exactly can stem cell stuff do right now? The research that stem cell, all the medical science stuff.
I don't
have they
really
been able to accomplish?
Regeneration of scar tissue
Yeah.
and wounds. It's like the speed of it is astronomical.
Really?
I know that one, like really gnarly car accidents and stuff where you'd be scarred for life.
Whoa.
The way it regenerates that skin and that dead tissue,
How do they do
post-surgery and
that?
stuff like that. I believe they inject it into that damaged tissue area.
They inject
that's-
stem cells in there?
Correct. Yeah.
Wow.
That does, and that where it's dead and it won't regenerate together. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And it apparently.
I have seen where they spray people. They spray them.
I saw that.
Yeah, and
With
like
what?
people have third degree, like a skin, like a growing skin.
No shit.
I don't understand it. I'd have to like go back and look at it again and reread it. But somehow or another they figured out how to like within like days, someone who had like third degree burns within days, their skin looks great.
Skin looks great.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's nuts. I'll find it. Hold on
like
a second.
supermodel, nice.
Dude, who's up next? Who goes up
I am. I'm going out here in a second, and then you.
All right, that was a weird point, but I'll
Yeah.
take it.
I'm trying
pretty
to
aggressive.
intimidate you. Yeah.
Um,
I'm going up next, and then fucking
There
get
was a
ready.
story about some guy who went to prison, like in California, and he was a gang leader, and he was calling out hits from his phone. So, and then he was passing notes, and he's putting out hits on people from his jail cell, and then they gave him life in solitary confinement.
Ugh.
And he said he would go nuts, and they're
That's a
like, too
terrible
bad,
way to
man.
go.
You fucked it up. You were killing people from prison, and
Jesus Christ.
they stuck him in a box, man.
We got to put you in
So
double
this is
prison now.
it's called a skin cell spray gun, and it drastically cuts down on the healing time for burns. They spray skin cells on the burn, and instead of leaving this burnt up thing with the outside, instead there's like new skin cells go over it, and it regenerates.
And they got to do it like quickly.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen like right after it, like right after it gets fucked up.
They've discovered
have
that
much
with
time.
when
Wow.
someone gets paralyzed, they realize they've learned that if they put them in like cold water and like kind of like freeze in a weird way, it stops the swelling, and that they say the swelling is what causes you to go paralyzed. It's like a weird thing in your spinal cord. So if they get you right in like some freezing cold water to stop the swelling, you can actually stop from becoming paralyzed.
It's like Demolition Man.
Yeah, that's what they did. This Buffalo Bills player got hit wrong, was paralyzed, and like he got lucky that Buffalo was the team was the leading researchers in that whole field, and they just stuck him right in that cold water. They stopped the swelling, and by the end of the season, he was walking, but he wasn't like flying again. He'll never play football again, but he was still mobile.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Put him in that cold water.
There's a rap about that.
This is incredible, man. This like apparently they're healed in like a couple of days with this.
I think they're eventually going to
The
figure
skin
out
cell.
Could I spray that on my dick and get my foreskin back?
Maybe, bro. Could you imagine?
Your balls look.
Oh, what you'd have to do is you'd have to make a fresh cut around the edge and just spray it on. Just grow it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Grow it in layers.
a little foreskin garden around your cock. You're just growing a little sheet of foreskin.
Yeah.
Why is that poster up there?
Because it's hot.
Pamela
It
Anderson.
is hot, but
Don't be
so
hating.
random.
It was a guest. My podcast, The Bone Zone, started an Amazon wish list, and we just got a bunch of dumb shit like Pamela Anderson posters and throwing stars.
No,
and-
it's
Throwing
hot.
stars.
It's
we got some
hot.
throwing stars. We got those mallow cups. We got a horse head mask.
Throwing scars.
Awesome
are scary,
dog
dude.
shirt. They're sharp as shit.
They're
Yeah,
scary, dude.
Throwing
You gotta,
stars.
Yeah.
you gotta keep away from
We got a blowgun.
irrational people. You don't want any impulsive, irrational
But
people.
dude,
and
remember
those
when you
throwing
were a
stars.
kid? Remember when you were a kid and you got your first fucking throwing star?
I do.
God, that was so fun, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
really-
I used to make them in metal shop. I used to make nunchucks and wood claws. I made a bunch of different weapons.
Some wooden nunchuck.
I would tell the fucking woodworking guy that I was making a leg for a table that I got at home. All you had to do is have an excuse. He knew what you were making.
Dude, you know what I made in summer camp
It's
once?
about this long.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
about that heavy. I need like
a piece of
That'd be
chain.
great if he pulled you
Cocoa bowl of
aside.
wood.
He's like, it's in you. I see it. And he started training you in the ways of nunchucks. Like he's been waiting
He's
for you
been
to come
waiting
through.
For a disciple.
Yeah.
He's a nunchuck.
He's
Fucking
been
nut.
finally,
I made a
Wood
bunch
shop
of different
teacher.
martial arts weapons. I made these things. I think they're called tonfas. They're these big clubs, and it's on a big handle, And
and you kinda turn
you
it,
swing
right?
it. Yeah, you spin it around, and you can generate like a lot of force with it. when
Like
you-
collie sticks and stuff.
well, it's sort of like cops use them. Cops use them, and they swing and crack dudes in riots. They use them.
So like other people were down. So other people were in woodworking class making like bird houses.
And you're just building your arsenal.
yeah. weapons.
He's there. He's
I
got
didn't know what else
gunpowder.
to make. I was building weapons. I was trying to get a bow and arrow made, but that's fucking no way I could hide that
Yeah.
shit.
Well, and that's pretty precise too.
Can't hide. Couldn't
Right?
hide what I was making, man.
Yeah, you
How
can't
the
hide
fuck
the
can
bow.
I make a bow and arrow?
said it was
What I
an
need is some
instrument.
layered wood. I need the center to be very rigid, but I want some flexibility in these two wing-like structures that I'm gonna put on the top and bottom. What are you making, lad? Trying to make some sort of a fake bird.
It's a
gonna
harp.
be like
a
a
fiddle.
mobile, like one of those things. What are they called? Mobile.
Oh yeah.
Mobile that like hangs from the ceiling,
Mm-hmm.
spins around in circles. It's gonna be like a wooden bird. That's what it's gonna be, with notches on it where I could tie string and pull it taut as if it's in mid-flight.
It's a kid's toy and a
Yeah.
deadly weapon, depending on the situation.
It looks like a bow and arrow, lad. No, dude, it's fucking, it's art. It's a bird.
I love that
Represents
you
a
had
bird.
an Irish
He was
teacher.
Yeah, I wish I could remember his name because he was
Something
cool as fuck.
magical about that.
The woodworking guy. I wish I could remember his name. Really fucking cool guy.
Dude, we used to have at the summer camp I worked at. We'd have this guy come in. We did it like once. We'd have this guy come in to teach the kids whittling.
Wow.
And I can remember, dude, it was like The Shining when the fucking elevator door opened up with blood. Because kids are always like, how do you teach a fucking kid to whittle, man? There was like three cuts.
I have a scar on my thumb.
Yeah.
I got like 4 or 5 stitches
I got
fucking
a
whittling
huge slice on
with
my
the
finger.
X-Acto knife.
Yeah, I got it with a fucking Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
Trying to carve some shit, just slice myself open.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dude, I fucking gashed my finger. I was super stoned in Hawaii trying to open a fucking coconut. And I'm just like sawing at it with
Oh,
the saw.
no.
It's like, I gotta have it. And I looked and I still remember. Slow motion. Watch that saw just skip off the coconut and just dig deep into my finger. You watch the skin crumple up, and then it's just blast and blood. Dude, it got infected. I had to get an antibiotic.
This coconut's full of blood.
Did you get it stitched up?
No, I didn't. Cause I was
you
dumbass.
dumbass.
I'm in Hawaii.
So
I'm on vacation with my friends. I'm going to be like, guys, please call an ambulance. I know you're about to go on a body surfing or going like down this beautiful river, but I guess we're going to spend our last day in the ER. I was like, fuck that. I'm going to wrap it in a bandage. And if I get back to LA and it smells funny, I'll get on antibiotics.
How big was it? How big was the cut?
Dude, it was a shitty cut. It was a deep. It's my deepest cut.
You gotta take care of stuff like that, dude. Let me tell you something about people and infections. Staph infection kills motherfuckers. Never take a cut and don't be serious about it. You have an open wound, you can get crazy shit in your body. And then the problem is once you get staph, especially if you get it bad, and they have to put you on IV meds, you can get it again, man. You guys become very susceptible. There's a fighter named King Mo. And King Mo has been in and out of surgery, like, I think some crazy amount of times, like 6 times. He had like a series of staph infections in his knees where they constantly draining pus out of there, and he lost 30 pounds. He was like worried he was going to die from this fucking thing. I mean, this is no joke. This dude's been in and out of the hospital for a long time now.
I love that you're willing to sacrifice digits for spring break. I think that's so great. You're like, dude, I don't want to ruin the jam.
Oh my God.
I'm going to lose a hand.
How long ago was this,
Hawaii
Duncan?
is beautiful.
How long ago was this?
It is. It's a beautiful, magical place.
How long ago was this?
This was when we shot that Body Boys thing. Where we
the
were
Tim and Eric thing.
Yeah.
That was just a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Wow.
Why'd
Bro,
you now you
listen,
just
man,
go
in
out
the
there to
future-
shoot that?
Yeah, we had to get we have footage that can only be shot in beautiful places.
In the future, man, don't fuck around with infections.
No,
For real.
next time.
So
I'll
they're
be
so
more careful.
scary because people get them, and you can also get MRSA. That's the antibiotic resistant infections that are super common now, and a lot of people are getting them. They're saying that people are getting them after surgeries and stuff.
Yeah.
After surgeries. So imagine what kind of funky shit you can get running through the woods of Maui. With your cut just taking in sap and pollen.
Dude, there's lepers in Hawaii. I mean, that was a problem. They have leper colony. There's like an island that was supposedly an island for lepers there where people can't go. I don't know if they're still there or not. But yeah, you can get fucking leprosy. Dude, I can remember in India seeing...
Did they have a cure for leprosy?
Def Leppard, listening to Def Leppard album.
Pot of gold.
Pot of gold.
Pot of gold.
Just pour some sugar on it. That's
Yeah.
That's what
Dude,
that song was about.
I just stabbed my finger last night with a screw gun. I was fucking putting a screw in the wall to hang a picture, and it fucking slipped off, and I got like an X, like a Phillips head fucking stab mark.
Why are you going with the gun? Why don't you just hammer it in?
Fuck.
I only had screws. I didn't have any nails.
Oh.
Dude.
But screws can be a nail if you just hit it.
Sam Hammer screws.
I don't know.
Speaking
possible.
Speaking of injuries, what about that woman who walked into the fucking propeller?
We were talking about that on your podcast. You said that you didn't really see her, though. She doesn't look fine. Or
No,
you
I
did.
saw her at the gym. They showed a picture of her with her sister. She looked great.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
What
like
happened to her?
She's a
She
model.
walked into a
Looks
propeller of an airplane, chopped off her hand, and fucked
You
up
haven't
her
heard
face.
about this woman?
It was
she's
like
still hot.
8 months ago.
Look it
She's
up,
still
dude.
hot?
I saw a picture of her. I don't know. It may have been before the propeller. But
Yeah, you idiot.
Well, they
gotta
offered
know
her a
that.
bunch
Yeah, dude,
of cash,
Google that
and
shit.
she's
It's
turned it
crazy.
down. She wants even more money. Like they offered her like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
no,
She's
they
like, "Fuck
settled.
you."
That was the news story where I saw it. It was today. They finally reached some settlement
Wow.
that they're not talking about.
I knew a dude who saw a guy die that way in the Air Force.
Oh.
Got backed up into a propeller and exploded in front of everybody.
Was that her?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's before it.
Yeah, that's before, obviously.
That chin looks like a
Oh, this isn't the right music that's supposed to go with it.
Yeah, like why is that?
She's not really a model either. Let's be honest. It's a very loose. That's a MySpace model.
She's pretty.
When you walk into a propeller, you're a model for the story at the end.
Yeah, she's a hot.
What do you do?
She said, "I love you." Doctors have told her parents the road ahead will be a long one for the 23-year-old. That plane's propeller sliced off her left hand and severely slashed her shoulder and face. She may still lose her left eye.
We're just praying that would
Dude, shut this
her
off.
left eye would regain its sight, and you know,
It's brutal.
Yeah.
The Scruggs.
But I want her
Yeah.
to be okay.
There's no listen. All those jokes are not funny anymore.
I want her to
She's
be okay.
We weren't making any jokes about it.
She got fucked
No,
up.
23 too. That's a bummer.
Let's cheer up the situation by looking at Duncan in bodyboard.
Beef broth, and I flip him over and lick his head.
There was the cyclone.
Duncan had this amazing move called King Snap. He would get so exhausted that he would just nap on that wave. It was dope. Lovers Embraces is based after when I was banging Doug face to face instead of banging him like a regular
DJ
whore.
Doug.
it's not my favorite move. I don't want to look in someone's eyes during the banging. I just want to bang.
We got Walk the Dog. Doug would actually walk his little putt on the wave. That was sick.
He took his
Although
dog
the
away
Pipers are
too.
credited for inventing these moves, Eric's brother claims that they were originally his ideas.
You want the truth? My brother Eric ripped me off. Look at this. This is the tornado, but he just renamed it. What's he call it now?
Cyclone?
Cyclone. This is my idea, and he's ripping me off. And he renames it and acts like he came up with himself, like he's Leonardo da Vinci.
No. He's a shit brother. And even my dad says he's a little shit son because he lies all the time. Please don't use him for this documentary.
I'm not going to listen to that bullshit. He's a liar.
While Eric's brother was allegedly inventing tricks, Natasha made a discovery that took body surfing to the next level.
One day I was body surfing and I hit the beach and I just kept going. And then I realized we didn't even need water.
That's when the whole world got wet.
We were body surfing everything. Train tracks, buildings,
Waterfalls. Alternative teenagers.
Yo, things got wicked rad for us.
That's my favorite part.
Magazine covers, dolphins were taking pictures with us.
We were hot, piping hot.
The Pipers were on top. But not everything was rosy for Eric. 25 years ago, his peepaw was swept to sea by a giant wave called Maimao.
I had to avenge my peepaw's death, and I had to surf my Mao with my pipers. I miss you so much, peepaw.
It was crazy. No one ever surfed my Mao.
It is a death wish.
I didn't want to do it, but
we all agreed to do it. Anything for a fella piper.
So the Pipers did the unthinkable. They handcuffed themselves together and rode the biggest wave in the world. While they were riding the wave, something supernatural occurred.
I thought I was on the end, and I look over and it's my peepaw. He looked back at me and he said, "Goodbye." And you're back in the ocean.
It was a great ride until the 40-foot wave came crashing down.
I'm so glad I thought of that idea. It was totally worth riding that wave.
Maybe for him, but for us, it was a disaster.
he didn't get hurt, but all of us got hurt. Wave ripped our bodies in half.
Eric can walk. Eric can drive.
I like how yours has a
Eric
little
can
hair.
bang. I'm sorry, it rattles when I get angry.
There is no amount of makeup that can make this spine look good.
Dude, that was wicked gnar.
My
So
God.
check that out.
They are the strangest motherfuckers of all time.
They're funny.
I mean, has anybody ever been that strange?
That's called Body Boys Legend of the Pipers.
They're so original, man.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
very funny.
They're so funny and original, and it's just so preposterous.
Dude, wait,
You're crying.
Oh man, I laughed hard at that, dude. I laughed hard at that.
Dude,
I
have you-
did tear up.
Have you heard Heidecker's podcast that he does
No.
with Greg
Greg
Turkington
Turkington.
called On
On
Cinema?
Cinema.
Yeah.
Dude, you should play one of those, dude. They're so fucking funny. The On Cinema podcast is like 4 minutes of like
They're two film buffs.
two film
But they're just two idiots.
Dude, play one of those, Brian. They're so
They're 4 minutes.
Yeah, they're like 4
4
5.
minutes.
This
is a
one's
good
1
move.
minute long.
We have these 2-hour podcasts, man.
This is 1 minute long.
I love the music.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back. We're talking on cinema. I'm Tim Heidecker, your host. We are talking and celebrating the 20th anniversary of Ghostbusters. With me is film buff Greg Turkington. Greg, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, that film's a classic, by the way.
Is this video?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's got all the notes. It hits all the notes. It hits comedy. It hits sci-fi. It hits adventure. It's a landmark film. It's one of the great films of the '80s in terms of comedies.
And a lot of people don't realize how popular it was, because it was just that popular.
I watched it recently and was struck by how funny it is, and also how original it was, because there wasn't a lot of movies like that at the time.
That was the first movie like that, and I don't think there was a sequel, but other than that, there's never been anything like it.
All right. Well, any Academy Awards for that? I don't think it won any, but that's
the Academy, sometimes they make the wrong decisions.
Right. Well, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.
That was the whole podcast.
Wow.
It's the worst.
It was weird.
So stupid.
We had on the 90 show the other day. We had Chris Gore. He works at G4 and a bunch of other shows, and he was talking about how they've done studies where people that listen to podcasts 30 minutes or less actually is the most downloaded or listened to podcasts from start to beginning, because people's commute to work is usually 30 minutes.
Oh, that's cool.
And so those tend to be the most popular because of that.
And it doesn't take as long to download either. Like, our shit takes forever to download.
Oh yeah, and that's compressed.
Maybe we should do shorter ones, Brian.
Yeah.
Short and meaningful ones.
Yeah. We should just have one that has like a topic. Like kind of like Ari does.
A topic?
Like a topic.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like what?
Like one day we're talking about mushrooms. One day we're talking about how I'm sweating my ass off right now.
Why are you
'Cause I was
sweating
on
so
stage.
much?
Oh, how's the crowd, man?
Dude, the crowd is amazing. That is one of the best crowds I've ever done. Like I think it's awesome.
Really?
Yeah. They were.
Holy shit.
They were just fun.
Who's on stage right now?
Fun. Sam Tripoli.
Damn, powerful Sam Tripoli.
Oh, and then Duncan, then me.
Yep.
What are we just doing? Like 10 minutes or something?
I told him to light you at 13, or you guys 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to eat. I haven't ate yet today.
Yeah, I haven't had much either, but I can't eat before a show.
I got the fruitiest drink ever, and he's like, he gave me 2 cherries
fruity.
and a black straw, and he goes, I give you a black dick. And I'm like, oh.
What is that? Like a pina colada or something?
Penis colada.
Penis colada.
That's how bartenders bust their moves. That's step one. Gets you shocked. You're back on your heels. Now your decision making is suspect. Now you go into appeasement mode. Yeah, okay. Sure. Nothing wrong with that. It's black dick in my drink. Whatever. It's cool.
Thanks, man.
Suck that black dick.
I'm gonna close out, so
Black dick
let me
in
get a
your
second.
drink. The black dick look good in your drink, man. You like it?
Congratulations, Gareth. Got a new show on MTV. That's awesome. Do you have any idea when it's going to come out, or is it?
I think fall. So yeah, starting.
Congratulations.
Epic
Thank you.
fail.
What is it?
It's called Epic Fail. It's kind of like
it's
a
all
panel
just people
show.
fucking up?
Yeah, it's more like stills and like text and shit like
You
that.
can't go wrong with stuff like that. There's so much.
I
You
know.
never can see all the different people that do all the different crazy things.
Even if you just do like a Google search of like weird, you're like, I'm fucking overwhelmed. I don't even know what to do anymore.
I tweeted a video today earlier of a guy who got away from a jail. He escaped from jail, and he convinced a cop that he was just jogging and that he didn't have his ID on him, man. I'm a roofer. I'm staying in a hotel. I'm living nearby so I could catch some construction work. And the fucking guy believed it. The cop believed it, and they got it all on video camera. This guy conning the cop, and he's
Really?
super calm about it, man.
That's the key right there.
Yeah, he's super, super relaxed about it. Like, really creepy, like sociopathically relaxed.
It's the
'Cause you
specifics.
you got to think, too, that if you were that guy and you were stuck in that situation, like, how fucking petrified would you be?
Oh my god. Yeah, I
this
mean,
is the
right
guy.
here, it's like my
This
life's
is the
over.
guy. Check it.
Do you have any form of identification on you? No, man. What's your name?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones?
Uh-huh. Why I'm not supposed to be on the tracks?
No, that's not the problem right now. What's your address?
I don't have an address. I'm at the hotel. We're working on houses and stuff like that, the roofing.
Roofing?
Yep.
Okay.
For my brother.
Cop smoking a cigarette?
I mean, enormous drags too.
Yeah,
huge
cop-
drags.
Insane.
What it is, we got an escapee.
Oh, shit. Where from?
Prison.
Oh my God.
There's a prison here?
Yeah.
That dude is cool.
Man, it is hot.
When you're running from
Hey,
jail.
this call. The subject wear glasses?
The guy has a hand on his gun the entire time they're talking too.
Yeah.
Sammy keeps his left hand on his side.
Nothing but glasses.
That must be so scary to be in front of a criminal and to know that
Can you
you
find
got
out
a
how
way
would a white
of
male on the
definitely
tracks
killing you
have,
if he can get this
live
from
with
you.
He's not my little brother.
I could never be a cop. This would scare the shit out of me. Shit
Terrifying.
Like
There's a lot of this, unfortunately, where nothing happens for a while when he's on the phone.
Where about?
Man.
Take your glove off.
What a tense fucking situation.
Checks him for tattoos. Check this out.
Any tattoos or anything? Flip it over. No, I'm just. No, he's clean.
What?
50 years old.
How old is your guy? You're how old?
50. I was born in 56.
He was born in 56.
So this is 2006.
58. Any kind of details you can give me, huh?
This is crazy. Where is this?
Yeah, the guy they're looking for is 58. And so he changed his birth date. And the cop believes him.
That's crazy.
The cop is so stupid. That was the dumbest question ever.
Colors you got?
Green, well, kind of a turquoise blue.
Turquoise blue.
Wow. I mean, it's a date now.
You want to give me some more?
Whoa.
What?
What was that?
What is he saying?
You right? No, it's not. Yeah.
What did the guy do? What was
I
he
don't know.
in jail for?
It's a good question.
Maybe it was a fashion emergency.
I need to. Yeah, I need to find out.
You're under arrest.
Those shorts, they just do not match. What is? Does he have a? Is that his underwear or is that a fanny pack right there?
Oh, fanny pack.
Wow, that was
holy shit!
fucking
What are the
weird.
odds? I was like, gotta be like a bandana. And then he's like, let me move that fanny pack to the left a little bit.
Dude, that was trippy as fuck. I swear to God, I have not seen
Don't
this
shit on
video.
fanny packs, brother. Amazing.
Oh my God,
How old was that picture?
that was scary as fuck. All right, start sucking the other guy's dick.
I mean, imagine being that fucking criminal though. Like he's really hanging in there while the pocket's collapsing.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, I know. I got the same thing. You can't see shit on it.
It's amazing, right?
Poor cop too. I mean, in a way, like he goes to the station now. He's like, nah, just fucking that guy was really good.
Well, it obviously I don't think was the cop's fault because they're saying like things about tattoos and everything like that.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, why would they if he doesn't have a tattoo on his hand?
Yeah.
All right, let me just verify. He says his brother's staying at the motel. Let me verify that, and if so, I'll just cut him loose. All right, thanks.
I guarantee I'm not.
You know the bad thing about it?
What's that?
You're matching up to him.
Small world, huh, officer?
Where are you staying at?
That Titusville or Titus Inn? Titus Inn? Little old.
Where's that at?
I don't even know the address. We just got into town about a week ago, and he dropped me off to jog. I always jog about 12 miles a day.
Where'd he drop you off at?
Up there on that road by, there's some construction going on up there, some houses. And he dropped me off, and he'll be back at the hotel in about probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Who y'all work for?
It's his,
I know. What's the name of the company?
Phil's Roofing.
Okay.
Phil's Roofing.
Did you go through a briar patch or something?
Well, yeah, roofing. I always
I bet you went about one of those cars just driving by.
Listen.
Up on, the roofing.
That's why your knees are all cut up?
Yeah.
Or y'all got pads?
Huh?
Y'all wear pads?
Hell no, too hot. They rub the pads rub your back of your legs and stuff.
Where are you from?
Huh? We're originally Dallas, Texas.
I mean, that's where y'all
That's
stay
where
at?
we're out of.
Out of Dallas, Texas? What's your name again?
Jimmy Jones.
Changed his name.
Yeah. It was Robert Jones, I think, before.
Oh wow.
Put yourself in my position.
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
I know. I'm not throwing you against her. Hey, you wouldn't
It's
believe what them
113
guys
degrees
do.
outside too.
I mean, they got years and years to think about how they're gonna do it. Now, when I crossed the tracks down there, I saw you running. I said, "Well, how lucky can I be?"
No, no. I'm not no prison escapee.
How far you got to jog to?
Pineville, hopefully, it's on these tracks. I'll jog.
You gonna hit?
Huh?
Or you don't know where you're at?
No, I'm at Ball.
No, I'm talking about you don't know where you're at as far as how far away you are from Pineville.
Well, I would say it's 8 miles.
I'm trying to think where you're gonna hit out at.
John Benet Ramsey just drove by.
Procter and Gamble.
This cop is ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
That's where you.
This is a long ass video.
Okay, let me think now. Because like I say, fuel always drives. Okay, Walmart's right there. Go right at Walmart, and there's a road. Is it 165?
Right.
165 that goes south, and we're about 3 blocks.
Code 4.
This is incredible. This video is 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's family owned.
Little tiny hotel.
Yeah, you know, like a motel deal. You park up there, and there's we've got a camper, and we were trying to get into the camper place.
Yeah.
But we didn't get into the camper place yet. There's a camper place.
We don't have to watch this whole thing.
No.
What a good fucking liar, though. I
He's
mean,
an
really.
amazing liar. It's terrifying, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you have to kind of take your hat off because he's got all the answers and he seems calm about it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, man.
It'd be like 3 minutes before I'd be like, I did it. It's not a briar patch.
Yeah, he apparently here he is in wow. He's a convicted murderer.
Oh my God.
Known for his ability to escape and elude capture, McNair murdered a man in 1987 during a botched robbery. He's currently serving 2 terms of life imprisonment for that crime. He has escaped from jail. He's escaped from 1 jail and 2 prisons, including a federal prison in 2006, which resulted in his being featured a dozen times on the TV show America's Most Wanted. Made him one of the top 15 fugitives wanted by U.S. Marshals. Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, man.
He's so calm.
Yeah, that
I'd
guy's
believe him. I would believe that guy.
He's scary as fuck. That guy's terrifying, man. Yeah, I wonder how he escaped.
Take a ride up at
became
that
a
Walmart, right?
fugitive. He became a fugitive in Canada, man.
But he's in jail now?
Yeah, I guess they got him.
For a matter of time.
Yeah, he moved to British Columbia. Yeah.
Yeah, they have really hard jails to break out of there.
Well, I think, people wouldn't be watching America's Most Wanted in British Columbia.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. It'd be like a smooth way to do it. They don't really give a fuck about what's going on in America. Like, we don't give a fuck what's going on in Canada.
Yeah, no, yeah. Canadians Most Wanted?
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck this.
Yeah, this is crazy.
It's DVR'd. Fuck this shit.
This he's a bad motherfucker.
I mean, that has to be the worst. I mean, for him, like the worst feeling in the world, but he's hanging in there so well.
Wow, he doesn't have any human contact in prison.
Did you hear about Miss
Except
Canada?
the prison guards. That's it. What? Yeah, it's a girl, right? Or a guy?
A guy. Yeah,
one of them. One of the finals.
Canada finalist disqualified because she used to be a man, and she's actually pretty hot.
Oh God, this is my nightmare.
Look at that. Not bad, right?
Hot.
Not bad. Now, look at these photos. Not
Hot.
bad. Nice
oh my
body.
God, that could totally trick you, dude.
Dude, that's it. Look at this. That one
could
right there.
Totally trick you. She's hot.
Yeah, super hot.
Does it have a dick or is it post-op?
I don't. Look
oh
at
my,
this
my
body.
God, that's incredible, dude.
Wow.
That's incredible.
We're gonna dock a point for the dick, but other than that,
look at
is
this.
that real?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, this is a troll. She's got hips.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh my God, that's so wrong.
Yep. That's it. We're all fucking guys now.
That's so wrong because you would fuck her.
I would totally.
If you got
fuck
drunk,
her. You would fuck her probably
for sure
if you were
let her-
not married.
You would for sure let her suck your dick if you were drunk.
Do you ever wonder if you were with a girl that was just like that good?
Oh my God, that's terrifying. That's scary shit, man.
Because it is. That's like the Sixth Sense. Now I'm looking back at my whole life like,
Right?
oh my God.
You can't take that back, man. It is what it is. Yeah. Nuts, man.
Literally.
This guy in McNair now spends most of his day in a 12-by-7 concrete cell. He lives in a pod with 5 other prisoners whom he cannot see. His only human contact is with the prison guards, with whom he can communicate only through a barrier of steel and bulletproof glass. Wow.
They're in a pod?
Yeah.
They should do a podcast.
Through the steel and bulletproof glass, that's how he talks. Wow. He has no access to the internet or a telephone, and his only means of communication with the outside world is via mail. Prison staff screen and freely censor McNair's incoming and outgoing mail. They freely censor it. So he doesn't...
No, nothing.
No mail goes out. No mail comes in. Fuck you. Fuck you, rot. So he's got
That's how good of a liar he is.
Isn't that amazing?
No more opportunity to lie.
What a scary dude.
That's crazy.
That's a scary motherfucker, man.
Can you imagine that fucking cop when he realized he let that motherfucker go?
Jesus. Well, that cop was a dunce.
Yeah. He was buddy like too fast.
Yeah, he's a dunce, and this guy was a scary fucker. If he hadn't let him go, the guy probably would have pulled the gun away from the cop and
that'd
killed
be a
him.
different fucking video.
Yeah, easily.
What if it was like a small town cop, like in Texas, where he was it was 117 degrees. That guy was overweight. This guy was kind of scary. They're looking for a murderer. Maybe the cop was like almost scared, like waiting for another cop to come to him,
Very well,
could and
be, right?
Like he's like waiting for the backup, but it didn't come, and he didn't want to try to wrestle with the guy or even deal with it.
That's not a bad point, yeah. He might have had it in the back of his head.
Yeah. Like, you know what?
We're gonna put a pin in you.
He was like, the crazy thing is, you match up with the guy.
Anyways, have a good day.
Yeah, you match up with the guy.
I'm gonna go bang my wife.
Shit,
She's a man.
Just like him.
She's a man.
Miss Canada.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking sporty. It's weird, man. Would you rather have that or a girl had like a Siberian wrestler body, like a squat, wide body? Really flat.
I would
feet,
want the one that
bunions.
was definitely 100% woman. I would take woman over.
Would you take a hideous troll-like woman over that for the rest of your life if you only have one sexual partner for the rest of your life? Post-op tranny that looks spectacular.
Yeah, I would go with the other one, and then I would make her become a reality show of trying to make her look like Flipper House type. I would try to I would document the whole thing, and I would be like troll to hoe. Or something like
We'll go through the title clinic later.
Right.
Troll to hole.
Welcome back to Troll to Hole.
We'll be right back. Troll to hole. That's actually not a bad idea.
Guys, we're canceled.
You start to show off with the 5 seriously cat owners, scary women.
Oh my God.
You see in 1 year if you can make them be a supermodel.
That's sexy.
You know what I mean?
I'd just bang Miss Canada probably.
Yeah. You would go with Canada. You would go with definitely a guy. Used to be a guy, and their heads in a weird place because of it.
Well, look, there's a downside. I get that, but there's like a hairy Siberian. There's also a downside.
Yeah, it seems
you're dealing with a project. I'm talking about I'm back into my life tomorrow.
Yeah, but pussies aren't supposed to come on your face.
Yeah, but you deal.
They aren't.
No, they remove all that. They remove all the plumbing, Brian.
Does that
all
sweeten
of
the
it?
pot?
I think when they splice up the penis hot dog style to line the inner new vagina that they create, I think the plumbing's gone.
So what if you couldn't tell? Let's say you would not be able to tell. It's Miss Canada. The only thing you know going into it is she did have a dick, but now she's Miss Canada.
So now she just prefers that you fuck her mouth and her ass. No biggie.
I think I would have to, if she was that hot, I think somebody would have to fuck it for me and then recreate it like a fleshlight and go, this is exactly how it feels.
Just fuck her ass.
Because I feel like it would be an extra knuckle in there or something.
Yeah. Don't be picky. Just fuck her ass.
Oh, that's my baby. Don't worry.
She lets you, you could get a blowjob any time of the day.
Yeah.
Or fuck her ass.
Miss Canada.
I don't like blowjobs, so that blowjob doesn't mean anything.
You don't like blowjobs.
We've talked about this before.
Really have a problem. You
Why?
might need to see a doctor.
Why?
Well, you're banging the hairy Siberian.
It's not American, bro.
That's not American.
You're passing on the tranny, and you're
not
you're
to
passing
take
on the tranny. You're not getting blowjobs from the tranny.
This Siberian girl would be your project.
Welcome back, Brian. How was your day at work?
You have her out there in the yard doing yoga. You see her? You gotta look like her. Can you look like her? I'll try. I'll try.
Are you still horny, Brian?
Do you like it when my pussy come on your chest?
Fuck my natural pussy. You make right call.
Oh, sadness fills the air. Meanwhile, that poor tranny's alone, masturbating on an island.
Oh wait, tips
What?
for guys and tranny chasers. I just
what? Oh wait.
Oh, you're
You
on
got
my
all
website
excited.
again.
You got excited, Brian. Why'd you get excited?
So
by that?
excited.
That's preposterous.
All right, hold on. This is. Let's see what this is.
What are you watching?
Oh God, starring is always a good thing on a how-to.
Naya
this shit is
Nicole
ridiculous.
Fuentes.
Oh God.
For exclusive. All right, so she has a website, nayanicole.com.
It's on my favorites.
Everybody's doing great. I'm doing fantastic. I really wanted to make this video so I can direct it to all of you men out there. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of tips. A lot of girls are probably not going to agree with me whatsoever, and maybe a lot of girls will, but this goes out to all the tranny chasers and to all the trans admirers, or whatever you guys want to call yourselves.
What is it called? Trans
So
admirers?
anyway, this goes to all the men out there that want to be with a transsexual. Men who look for transsexuals to be in relationships with tranny chasers. But anyway, first of all, rule number 1, when you go up to a girl, make sure you're a gentleman about it.
All right, I can't
Yeah,
watch this. This is stupid.
It sounds like that.
Please, leave it on.
Because if you're not honest and you get caught lying, you're not only a tranny chaser, you're a liar.
What?
Bottom line,
This is
if
awesome.
you want to fuck, say that you want to fuck. If you want a long-term relationship, then say that's what you're looking for. If you just want to go on a date,
Is that a tranny?
get to know someone new,
Has to be.
say it. Men, stop being pussies and tell a woman what you really want. Don't try to tell her what you think she needs to know. Like you're gonna build a castle on some mountain and you're gonna make her a princess.
How big her hands
Don't
are.
tell her all that.
she did
if
that,
all
see how
you're
big her
looking for
Yeah.
is
She had a football.
Yo, back
You
that
know
up a
what?
little bit, Brian.
I'm
Just
just
so we-
palming
look at
a
her hand. Look at the
basketball.
size of her
Holy
hands.
shit.
Back that up, back that up. Let's see that one more time.
Hey,
Back
you know
that up.
what? I've
Just a
been
little
with
bit.
the
I need
type
to
of
see
girl.
that. Look at the size of
my
her
God.
fucking hands. Oh my God, dude. Her hands are gigantic.
You know what? I'm even the
Oh my!
Ah.
Look at the size of her fucking hands. There's not a damn thing feminine about that. That's preposterous.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine that wrapped around your dick?
I love how she or he or she is like sassy.
That's like
If a
Larry
hot
Bird's
ass guy
hand.
Yeah,
came
no,
up to me and
that-
told me, hey, you know what?
that hand
I've
gets
been
rim.
looking at
Look how
you.
hard Joe
Pardon the
is.
pun.
I feel very
I think my time on this podcast is over. I gotta get ready for the show.
Yeah.
Big fun, everybody. Big
Yeah.
fun for the 200th podcast. Yeah. Big fun for this.
Gareth, it was great having
Yeah,
you
thanks
on,
for letting
man.
me sit in. Real
And
quick.
we'll be here Friday. So if you guys want to check out me and Gareth, we have a show at do you remember 10 o'clock?
I think shows at 10, podcast at 9. Yeah.
Podcast at 9, show at 10. Go to icehousecomedy.com. Last I checked, there was still some tickets. available.
Tranny's welcome.
And all trannies
Powerful
welcome.
trannies.
And if you sleep with Gareth by mistake, I am giving you $500. So
I'm just gonna jerk off and get $250.
Powerful trannies.
All right. All right. See you guys later.
refer to her as a lady boy or any other names besides her name. You can use transgender or transsexual. Some girls don't like it, so just don't use it. Believe it or not, I've actually heard it before. So, are you full-time? Are you a cross-dresser?